Good afternoon. For those folks leaving in May, you can leave if you want to, but you're more than welcome to stay.
Sure.
That for me?
I'm not leaving.
Thank you for coming over. The issue is 2.5 days ago, we submitted the rebate. We should know before May the 11th. And the reason being is the time afforded to the contractors to get, quote unquote, the personnel on site. They go by different stations with different numbers. So hopefully you will know by next week. As soon as I know, either way, I will let you know. Okay? Questions on that?
Yeah, I got a question. What are the bids? Like, what did y'all propose as far as the bid?
What do you mean, what we propose?
Like, monetary wise, is it the same monetary, or is it different, or?
Is
It's not based off that, it's based off what the cost is gonna be to run the site. It's not based on the agreement with the employees. It's not on.
it's a lot of numbers, It's so significant. We did receive the July extension a day ago. So the extension has been given till July the 11th. Let me see what else. So what I wanna do, and I wanna make it this very short, so I don't keep you guys waiting, is what I'm asking for those who are staying, want to stay for July, it's basically the same memo that you received for June, except the difference is the month, July, and it's a bonus of $1,000. For those who want to extend till July, we want to start tonight. Miss Tony, are you in the back? Okay, she's right there. She has the memo, and I appreciate it very much whether you want to stay or not. If you can do it today, but no later than close of business on Friday. If our close of business on Friday, you have not responded, I'm assuming that you're not, and I'm going to count you as such. From that moment on, I'm going to request your replacement. The other thing that I ask of you, if you said, no, I'm not going to stay until July, that is it. Because of the time factor, we cannot afford to wait for you guys 5 days and then come back, well, I changed my mind. So please think about it when you sign that piece of paper. Again, once you say no, we already have a replacement for you. Okay. And also, having said that, is what else we're going to talk about that? Is if you leave in May or June, you want to come back again in July, or you will win the contract again, just be aware there will be a period. You know, it's just like everything else. We cannot guarantee you that just because you leave, we're going to bring you back. Nothing is guaranteed. Hopefully, we'll win the contract and we'll move forward from there. Okay? Any questions on that? Leaves, unless it's emergency leaves. Basically, emergencies are medical emergency leave, please. If that is the case, we'll need a Red Cross acknowledging as such to do so. Oh, you're too quiet. Any questions? No questions?
So will there be R&Rs given out next time?
There will be no R&Rs until we win this contract.
I got a question. When we talked about,
No R&Rs until we win this contract. So the decision is, if you have an emergency, you need to go home. You gotta go home, you gotta go home. But we need to know how many people we have here for operational reasons. So
Your case could possibly fall into that.
Okay.
If it's an emergency leave or, emergency leave means we can get a Red Cross message. We can get a Red Cross message. That's what we say. If we get the Red Cross message, then we have to send it. Okay? Now that being said, if you're gone on emergency leave for a long time frame, you might not come back. Because if we don't win the contract, there's no need for people to come back. So that's the chance you're taking. Same thing with medical. If you go on medical, we know, you pay on your own, you go home. And if you're gone for a month, 2 months, they're not gonna bring you back for 3 days. So that's an option, that's the choice you're making. Okay?
Like some order?
Yes. Yes. Sell your R&R. You wanna do that.
What if you already sold your order?
And you don't get that R&R. You sold it.
Okay, so no?
If you're eligible for it, correct, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, as long as you're eligible for it, you met that date, you can sell it.
Said next week you'll find out about the contract, who's gonna win, right? So then, if you guys,
Hopefully.
so if next week,
And the reason being is again, it's supposed to be an average of about 60 days for the contractors. It doesn't affect us per se because we have already folks that are gonna stick around.
right.
It's harder for the other folks to start. Yeah, but
So then, if you guys say next week that you guys won the contract, will you open R&Rs or?
That's a possibility.
yes, very much so. Very much so.
Granted, there won't be any of the R&R, but like in my case, I'm gonna need some demo work eventually. I've been here so long, I simply need demo work. Can we get arranged for some LWOPs then?
There is no LWOP or R&R. If you need to go on medical, then you would have to get cleared through the medical staff to go on medical. Then once you go on medical, then you have to go and get cleared from medical back in the States and then come back. So then that could take forever. Again, you take that option, that choice that you might not come back.
If somebody else wins the contract, are they gonna be picking up most of the monitors that are here?
It's up to the new contractor.
That's
It's up to the new
yeah,
contractor.
That's up to them.
If somebody wins the contract, it's up to the new contractor and you negotiate with that contractor. On a one-to-one.
If
Yes,
you
sir.
win the contract, are the R&Rs gonna roll over as normal or
Yeah.
start over a certain way? No?
So,
And that would also go for quarterly bonuses as well, right?
Bonuses might change.
we don't know yet.
You don't know that part.
We'll find out next week, okay, who wins and who doesn't win. Just say, U.R.S. does not pick up the contract.
Mhm.
Okay, now, is the transition period the month of July, or will it be another 30 days after July?
No, it'll be between June and July.
June and July.
Okay.
It's a 30-day transition.
Okay.
We have to be fully transitioned by July.
I didn't hear if anybody asked about the bonus you make. In other words, you've only got 8 days, 9 days left. You should have a good handle on what you're gonna pay for the bonus of May.
You talking about the discretionary bonus?
I'm talking about the one due on the 11th.
There's two due on the 11th. Yeah, you're talking about the one that's based off the retention.
Yes, sir.
That will not be calculated until May 11th. Okay, once May 11th comes around, they'll calculate all this cost, and it's cost the company to, bring new people every time someone left. Based off that, they'll make a decision on how much everyone's gonna get.
You said there's 2 due on the 11th?
You got an automatic 2,000, and then you got the discretionary one that's based off what the turnover rate was for the year of this contract. So depending on that, you'll get that extra point. But they can't make that calculation until the end of the year for that contract, which is May 11th.
Thank you.
Okay?
When is that bonus gonna be paid, that discretionary bonus?
We're hoping June 15th.
Well, someone said May 18th.
It won't be on the first one. They can't calculate it on within that time frame because of the pay periods. So-
They looking at the latest June 15th.
These people coming in now to replace the people who are leaving, are those going to be charged against this contract? No? Okay. They'll be charged after May 11th then. correct?
But it won't be counted to this. Yeah.
Okay, good.
One thing before we continue, just make sure you please sign the attendance sheet, please, for me.
All right, Jake.
So we'll see the $2,000 bonus on what date?
That will be the one right after May 11th. The automatic one will be on.
Discretionary will be.
It'll be till about June 15th. Because that's the next pay period for it.
So you're saying the next pay period right after May 11th?
Right. Well, not right after May 11th, like I said, June 15th.
No, I mean the 2,000.
Yeah, you'll get that with your regular pay. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So if y'all play the discretionary bonus June 15th, when you supposed to be getting that June bonus?
It's 666.
That's on June 11th, or the next pay period after that.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So what about the June?
Talking about 667?
667.
Yeah, it'll be on there. That's automatic, that's not, they don't have to calculate anything for that. Anybody else?
Yes, ma'am.
And I know it's gonna sound crazy, but just say you're here and for some reason on May 13th you get fired. Do you still get your discretionary?
You get fired on
Because
the,
we're here May 11th.
Okay.
after May 11th.
So don't get fired.
I'm not trying to be funny, I'm serious. Because, you know, somebody else
Hold on, man. Yeah, it's about five.
What team won for the month of March?
We'll let you guys know. We're gonna run that probably next week. We gotta get the funds for it. Anybody else?
That has nothing to do with this. Has nothing to do with this, Mr. Cook.
Oh, I'm sorry. I talked out of place, sorry.
It wasn't your team, man.
Oh.
You guys said that you might find out next week, so if you don't, you should find out soon after.
Very soon, very soon.
So it's coming up either way.
Correct.
Said next week.
Now, the R&R that you're eligible for that you can sell,
I'm sorry?
the R&R that you're eligible for that you can sell, when do you get that money?
The end of the year, or when the contract's over.
End of contract.
Yeah, your end of contract is basically.
Yes, sir.
When you get your PLT yourself.
Who said that? End of contract, whenever you either reach your year or the end of that month, or the end of that
Contract period.
So whichever one's first. So if you haven't made your year by July 11th, you'll get it July 11th. If you're making it before that, then you get it before that. That's how when you sell your leave, that's how it works. You don't get it until you reach your year. You didn't know that. So.
If you're not in here in a year, some of us are only gonna leave like 2 months, 2 months, going to May 12th.
You get it paid at the contract when you leave. You leave at May
At the end of your
11th.
contract. Yes, sir.
Did y'all know that everybody's gonna get the same discretionary bonus, or it's gonna be based on months or how?
It's gonna be based off, it's gonna be based off 10 years, so then
Huh?
whoever's been here longer, you get more than the ones that been here a month or a week.
Get less.
Can you repeat that again? Something in the back again.
Oh, he has a question regarding the yeah, correct. Basically is, it will go, if you're here the longest, you get more. If you're here a week, you get less. Okay.
I had a problem with reimbursement. How can I be for sure that my discretionary bonus goes into the correct account? I don't have a problem.
Make sure your
That's a
ADP
very, very good question. Make sure that you keep your accounts open, please. That's why we have back at U.R.S. Don't close them because the money will go to that account.
Whatever you have in your ADP, make sure that that's where you're wanting to go. And when you're leaving in May, so when you leave in May, there's going to be an out processing package you're going to fill out. It's going to have all that information for you. Who to call in case you don't get it, or if you need to change somewhere else, okay? But you're supposed to keep your account open for 30 days afterwards, at least, so in case any money that they owe.
Any more questions? I complicated, simple.
Since we're done, if you made up your mind already and you know what your decision is going to be, you can go over here to the office and get it with Ms. Tony or Michelle, and she'll have they'll help you sign your agreement, and then we'll get you a copy of that probably by tomorrow. You can have that as well. Again, remember, you have till Friday to make a decision. After that, they're gonna have to make a choice that you're not gonna stay. So if you can, make a decision tonight.